What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Marcella here. If you're tuning in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button because we're dropping videos every single week. So as you can see, I'm not in my normal household. I am up here in Atlanta on a little mini vacation. I'm actually getting ready to head out to Kobe's for dinner. But of course, despite all the festivities we got this weekend, I am getting some content together for you guys. So I wanted to start off by coming on here and saying hello. But today we're gonna have us a little chat. Where this is gonna be like a girl chit chat. Especially this is a great timing for this type of video because in about 2 weeks I will be moving on to my next chapter in my life. And that's what today's topic is going to be on, basically how to transition and prepare yourself to move on to that next level, the next chapter, whether it be going to college, whether it be moving to a new city, whether it be starting a new job, or just starting a business especially. This video is for you guys. If you guys are working on starting something new, this video is for you guys, for keeping your faith up, how to be able to maneuver between obstacles and being able to just stay motivated and just continue to be great. So on that note, let's get started. Okay guys, first off, don't mind my hair. We're gonna get this fixed too, so not too much on my hair. But I already did my skincare routine. I will link all the items that I currently use in my Amazon storefront. I am trying some new products as well. I will link that too. But especially when fall is around the corner, or actually it's here basically because it's August, depending where you're at, you know, it's time to start changing up routines because now we about to get into that temperature dropping type of season. So yeah, so I'm gonna start off by oiling my lips. My lips are kind of dry, just some lip oil from the Hairstore, nothing major. I mean, I know I'm gonna apply lip gloss and everything, but I want to at least have my lips not looking amiss. And also, I do got my little book here with all the details, so I'm gonna kind of skim through it a little bit, cover on each topic. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, this is gonna be a girl talk. I'm thinking about making this a series as well, but I have a potential title and I also have a potential release date, but we're not going to get into that just yet. We're going to just get started, get our feet in the water first. But yes, so again, so one of the biggest things that you have to consider when starting a new chapter is basically being prepared for all the obstacles that's going to come your way. And I'm currently going through that now. Like, especially with me moving back home, it's been tough a little bit. I'm actually glad that my siblings are back, but when they first moved out, you know, I was not working at all. So I was like, it was me and my dad and my grandma, but at the same time, I didn't know how well that was going to work out. But anyways, so I had to basically be prepared for anything. So I was like, part of me did want to go through that entrepreneur route, but at the same time was ticking of when I was going to start the new chapter. So I chose to work a 9-to-5. And that's what I want to kind of get into first. Especially for those starting a new business. A lot of people may preach this a lot, and I 100% agree. Of course, we all don't like 9-to-5s. I honestly completely agree with the statement of making your 9-to-5 fund your 5 to 9, then potentially having it turn into your own business and full-time job. I 100% agree with that statement because it's like, unless you got it like that, you still want to at least have that work ethic for one. You know, even though you're not working a job that you want to work, you know, being at home just sitting there and waiting is not improving your work ethic. So it's kind of like that is a plus sign for working a 9-to-5. You know, you learn new skills and everything like that, and you find ways to make the best out of nothing. So it was, and part of what I like to do when it comes to these jobs is just like find ways where I can, you know, if I can, it does depend on the job, kind of incorporate like what I learned already and my passion into that job. If not, just basically like, you know, just make the best out of nothing. Just constantly doing research when you're off of work. Now, a lot of people may be like, I be so tired at work. That's where the discipline comes in at, you know. And it all starts out, we're not saying that, I'm not saying to hop into the field and just immediately get off of work and make all these plans, but start off small. Start on the weekends making a plan for yourself. So that Sunday, after you done got your kids together, came home from church, that's when you should start making your plan, because there's no excuse, it's your day off. So that's when sacrifices and disciplines is very crucial when it comes to making a transition, because you can't transition properly without having a plan. So you always have to have a plan. So whether you are a content creator, and my content girlies know that we are no longer just posting and creating content every day. Imagine you working a 9 to 5. We wouldn't be able to manage. We wouldn't be able to really put out sufficient content, because we're going to get burned out having a content day, editing every single day. So what I do, and what the girlies are doing now, and this is definitely helpful for the 9 to 5 girlies like myself, temporarily, but to batch create. I can let you guys know right now my content schedule. Right now, because I'm in Atlanta, I'm using this to my advantage because I'm on vacation. But of course I'm having my time, but when my downtime, when I'm like kind of locked in and kind of want to, you know, edit my YouTube videos, or kind of just want to, not chat, I'm just dropping everything. But when I want to edit my YouTube videos, or kind of want to just create content, I use that during my downtime because I'm away from distractions. So that's what I kind of been doing while on this trip. But yes, I would say batch create. And what batch creating basically is, I don't know why I always like doing that. I always like to put the concealer, you know, on right directly on my eye. Like I used to do that when I first started doing makeup, and I'm kind of going back to my old ways. But anyways, just went off topic. But so yes, so one thing I highly recommend is batch creating. And what that is basically picking a day or two, but I prefer a day so you can have time for yourself. Schedule out your content plan, get your camera out, spend 4 hours of creating just content. Now a lot of girlies may know, like, what type of content should I create? You can definitely, while you are on your phone all day every day, despite having a 9 to 5, you could spend at least an hour doing some research based off your niche. Like if you're a makeup artist, just look up trending audios, trending makeup videos, and start off with grabbing a little inspiration. Like, we're not saying to get all techie or fancy. It doesn't have to be extremely edit starting off, but you're putting out something that's appealing to the eye and is fitting it's kind of aligned with the trends that are going on social media, especially TikTok. YouTube is another one, and then Instagram as well. So again, batch creating is basically like, you know, you get all your outfits together, spend 4 hours, get your phone. You don't need a fancy camera. You can use your iPhone and just record the content. But a lot of people are like, you know, how do you plan that out? So what I do is I have a full schedule of the week. One day will be for researching, and that's usually like Mondays, where I like kind of research. And then another day would just be for writing out a plan. So it's like, I want to do a get ready with me on this day. I want to do a vlog on another day. I want to start a new series on this day. I write that all down on a different day of the week. Friday is preparation days, because, you know, I'm a 9 to 5 girly, so that's preparing for the weekend. That's like content day eve. It's like content day eve, where, you know, you're just making sure everything is aligned. You know, you got all your tools. You're kind of like packing for that content day trip to whatever destination, whether you're doing it to your living room, or, you know, you're going somewhere to coffee shop, to kind of like get that together. So yes, batch creating is really sufficient, especially for those who are employed, and especially those who don't want to spend too much time making content, but they could be able to prioritize or organize their life between their lives and then the time to make content and plan their business out. So we already kind of touched on having a plan, kind of gave you guys some insiders on that. Another thing that you really would just have to break out of is just getting rid of bad habits. So when it comes to getting rid of bad habits, that is very crucial when it comes to transitioning. Whether it be starting a diet, starting a workout routine, you know, I don't want to say it's self-explanatory, but it's like you have to find a way to get rid of the bad habits. And if you can't get rid of them, that's perfectly fine. We're not perfect. But how can you create good habits instead? There actually is a book. It's called, it's Habits. I can't think of the name, but it's a popular book. I'm going to link the name in the video. And also it's on my Amazon storefront too. This is when I was in my little reading book era, which I do want to get back into reading books. But it's really a good book where it talks about being 1% better every day. How you could be able to develop good habits. I would suggest getting that book. But in regards to changing your habits, it's crucial. For example, if you're starting a diet, you can't just be sitting there bigging your back. You got to find ways to unbig your back. Whether it be cutting out the trips to McDonald's. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just really trying to make the video relatable. But like going to Gyros, going to Wingstop, you know, every Friday and everything, and not just cooking greasy meals as well. Just finding, like, go on TikTok the same way you go on TikTok, eating your pizza and all that, eating all this junk food, watching your stories. Go on TikTok and find some, or Instagram, social media. This is why social media is really gonna take over, because you could find everything on there. Nobody uses Google like that no more. They'll find trends on social media. You can literally look up recipes on social media. This is just an example, but it's just like, you know. Now, when it comes to starting a new job and everything, like if you're always late, that has to stop. And that's kind of advice for myself, because I'm always late. Like, it don't, especially for a job I don't want to work at. I'm gonna always be late. And I don't care if I'm down the street. I don't care if I'm 40 minutes away. I stay late. And that's something I have to work on, because I do want to. I'm actually looking for internship opportunities now. Especially, I'm looking ahead. I'm looking to do a summer internship. So I'm looking at possible opportunities. I won't be doing internship this fall because I'm transitioning. But I'm looking for possible opportunities as well. I need to kind of, sorry y'all, I gotta make my eyebrows just a tad bit big. Thank God for concealer, because I don't know how we'll be able to make these changes to our makeup when we mess up. But yes, you guys, so what were we talking about? Oh yes, we were talking about changing the habits, such as stop being late, find ways to where you can wake up. Oh, that's another one. Wake up earlier. Push all your routines earlier as well. And this is something that I'm trying to work on. And I feel like my position right now is definitely not a motivation. It's the opposite of motivation for me to kind of wake up earlier and plan. But that's something, like, especially with these next 2 weeks that I got to do myself, is just wake up earlier so I could plan more. You find that your day goes by so much smoother waking up early and not being so rushed. But that also comes with getting 8 hours of sleep as well. So you may want to change your night routines as well. And that's what I can't wait to do. And I'm definitely 100% committing, especially even though I'm taking a lot of online classes this semester, but to basically like move my routines up. Basically start doing those 6 a.m., 7 a.m. routines. Even though I have an online class, I refuse to stay in the house. I'm doing something for my content if I'm not studying. And if I'm studying, I'm not going to be in my dorm. So So yes, waking up earlier is, you know, what the girls are doing now, which is actually a great thing for us. It's not a bad trend at all. It actually helps you be more sufficient, and you'll find you'll get a lot of stuff done. Like you know, you can find yourself having more time to make breakfast. You can do all your planning before your 9 to 5, like plan out what you could be able to do, so you could just do 9 to 5 and then just rest if it's your planning day or something like that. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I gotta rush to get home and do this and that, unless, you know, if depending on your household and how your routines are back at home. So we already touched on starting a new routine. We already touched on getting rid of bad habits is crucial, or if not getting bad habits completely, starting good habits instead. We also mentioned about waking up earlier as well. The fourth thing I would say is to have faith. Now, if you're on my channel, as you may have seen if you watched my previous videos, I am a child of God. So I believe in God. I am a Christian. I go to church. I have my Bible. Just doing a little Bible study earlier today. Vacation not stopping nothing. I gotta get closer to God, because sometimes we backslide. So and that's another thing I'm gonna touch on too, is backsliding. Because if you're backsliding during this process, if you're you know, if you're with your relationship with God, it's gonna be real tough, because backsliding means you're going back to your old ways. And I found myself going back to my old ways, and this is not necessarily bad as in like becoming a bad person, but just habits. Not reading my Bible often, not going to church or doing virtual church, because I do virtual church at home. So not, you know, just finding ways to get closer to God. You're not taking that time out. So having a better routine and planning definitely helps that out. But if you don't believe in God, or you're just, you know, don't believe that you're backsliding at all, there's one thing that I would suggest that you do. It's just always have faith. Whoever you worship, whatever spirituality you are, or however you want to call it, whoever you worship, just have faith. Because God, I'm going to just bring up God, because like I said, we praise God over here on my channel. God did not make all of our journeys to be just one smooth walk down a yellow brick road. No. It's a roller coaster, and it's for a reason, for life lessons. And basically, in order for us to become that it girl, or like that girl that God created us to be, we have to go through obstacles. We have to go through tests, trials, and tribulations. Even this trip, like, I'm gonna be completely honest, it was a lot. And it's just like, part of me was just like, should I even went? Was this a waste? And I come to realize and just have clarity that it really isn't this trip wasn't a waste at all. Matter of fact, I myself felt like I was backsliding, and I just needed all the clarity that I needed just by going to church. Simply just going to church and picking up a Bible. So I would say, if you just don't feel like you're backsliding, you just feel stuck, have faith and pray. Have faith and talk to whoever you look up to in the spirit. Just me, in my case, and for anyone else that believes in God, pray. Because I had to pray real good yesterday, because with everything I had going on, my flight got canceled. I was here, had to stay an extra few days and everything like that as well, because they didn't have flights tomorrow, so I looked like I had to leave the following day. From what it looks like, I had to pray that something was coming up. And when I tell you God answered my prayers, although that, you know, I'm here a little bit extra than needed, that I'm gonna find a way to get home. They gonna let me, I'm going home. So I was blessed this morning, and that's why I was like, you know what, let me film this today. I really was just gonna film this when I got home, but I feel like I'm in a way better state now that I could be able to film this. Let me take a quick pause real quick. I want to kind of show y'all the products that I used. For my brows, I just use a regular brow pencil. Let me see. It's a Hairstore. You can get it. Oh no, it's not Hairstore. I'm sorry. It's the Maybeline New York brown brow pencil. Concealer I use, I love me some Tarte Shape. So I'm using the Tarte Shape concealer in the shade medium for my brows. Primer, I'm using the e.l.f. Pro Grip. This is my baby right here. I love me some e.l.f. Pro Grip. This primer is everything. So, but yes, y'all. So having that routine, bettering your habits, or breaking old habits, having faith, and having a plan is very crucial when it comes to moving on to your next journey. So those are really good 4 tips as well. The next thing I would say, evaluate your circle. This is important. Evaluate your friends and your circle. Ladies, if you feel like you are alone, that you have nobody, like no friends, and you starting to see that, sometimes it's for the better. I've learned that the hard way. Like I'm kind of like just getting out of an isolation period myself. And during my isolation period, I just seen a whole bunch of weirdness when it came to friends. So ladies, don't be discouraged when it's just like you're on the right path for doing something great and you see your circle just getting smaller and smaller. This is 2024. You don't need friends. The strangers will support you. And soon, once you do find this circle, and shout out to Tyler. I just thought about him earlier today. But if you guys watched my video for Food for Thought, he touched on finding that circle. And once you do find that circle, just hold on tight, because that will take you to another level. That's basically what he said. So ladies, don't get discouraged when you feel like, it's just everything's about to hit the fan. You have no one you can talk to. When you feel like you have no one you can talk to, guess who you can talk to? You can talk to God. Or for those who do not believe in God, you can talk to, the spirit or whoever you worship above. Me in this channel, you can talk to God. God will never. And I actually did a Bible study with my friend here. We did a mini Bible study, and she talked about God being our only friend, despite when we feel like we have no one down. People kept letting us down. We were talking about, and that we could relate to so much, because a lot of people been letting us down from left and right. That's what we talked about today. And it was just like, we kind of discussed, and we're like, well, we got each other, but when it's just like you feel like you don't want to talk to nobody, you can always talk to God, because God will never judge. God loves everybody, and he forgives everybody as well. So never be ashamed to talk to God. So going back, I would say evaluate your circle, because there's going to be people that either show envy of you or just want to just drag you along with them to whether it be a space that you used to be at or to a bad space where you don't need to be at. And that's who you need to cut off. And that's the sad thing about it. I done cut off a lot of people for various reasons. I cut people off because I felt like they wasn't taking me to the direction I wanted to be taken to. Like, meaning that I felt like I was always partying, like worrying about the concert, gossiping about men and all that. I got tired of that. Like, why can't we talk about goals? So I had to leave them type of girls alone, them type of friends where we just be gossiping about men. Those aren't my type of people no more. Let's talk about what do you want to do growing up? Like, what is your career goal? If you don't have to start a business, but what's your career goal so we can help each other? Like, I'm a girl's girl, but at the same time, like, we can have our little fun and all that, but I don't want to be talking about men all the time. That's just out of my lane. Like, if I gotta talk about a man with you every time I come over, that's a red flag for me. So yes, you're over here wanting to start that new business, or wanting to become, sell hair and everything, and you want to vent to your friend, and all they want to do is bring up either their ex or a man that they used to talk to. Man, please, you might as well let them go. Because how do you think, if you have a question about your business, what you can do, what do you think they're not going to help you? So ladies, just go on ahead and cut them off. If you got to go on a cutting spree, that's fine. Just cut them off. And that is totally okay. Yes, y'all, sorry, I'm just getting everything together. But yeah, sorry, I was looking for some materials. But yes, ladies, I would say just, even if your circle is extremely small, that's perfectly fine. Like, just be careful of who you associate yourself with. If you gotta cut the whole world off until you get yourself together, I am 100% for you. You will have my support. But having that circle is real important, especially where you are trying to get where you're trying to go. Because if you don't have that support, it's like, and you have people to just leeching on you, and they talk about men and all that, and they don't want to, then all of a sudden when it's time for them to start, they want to ask you because you already got your stuff together. No, don't do that. And it's nothing wrong with gatekeeping. Because the same people that was asking you for stuff for free that you could have had that opportunity with when you guys were on that friendship, they had all the opportunity in the world. But instead, they chose to talk about, you know, other stuff that was irrelevant. So don't be ashamed to just stand firm, stand on business, and cut them off. Respectfully. But, and that goes for family too now. Oh, I could share my testimony when it comes to that. This is advice for myself. If you got that one family member that just don't like what you're doing, they always got something negative to say, child, let them go. Let them go too. These days, family be acting weird too. All they do is just like, oh, you starting that business, you don't want to work a job, you want to start a business, you better find something that pay more, blah, 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 blah. Trust me, it's something about the older generation. Not saying everybody, but the older generation, they don't know, they don't understand where the younger generation coming from. Like, they didn't grow up off of social media and content creating and TikTok. This our generation, we run it. So it's like, we got AI and technology now, baby. We got all of that. You guys didn't have that. You guys don't even know. I'm about to preach. You see, I done put my brush down. The older generation does not fully understand the capabilities of the technology that we can use today. They don't understand the capabilities of social media. They might understand it from a whole general overall note, but they don't understand that social media has helped a lot of millionaires, billionaires, artists, new artists grow their platform. Let's be for real. Now, even the older generation may not even understand the full idea of marketing. And if we're going to talk non-technology ways, non-way, a lot of us are using social media to be able to elevate our careers, elevate us to the next level. And that's what they fail to understand. So this is why when you got those type of parents that are just like, oh, why you doing all that? You don't need to be on social media. You need to be focused on finding a job. Cut them off. If you don't learn nothing else, that was crucial. Now that was one, I just had to say that from the heart, because I go through that right now. Negativity. People don't understand, like, you know, we're in a year of 2024 where things are different for our generation, especially us women. Child, please, they can go. They'll be all right. But I'm just like, more of the story is just like, when you're trying to elevate your career, there's gonna be obstacles. I done named like 5 obstacles to be able to try to overcome, or things where you can be able to let go, such as bad habits, not changing your routine, not cutting it off. Start doing those habits now. So I don't know. I'm just like really ready when it comes to the rest of 2024, you guys. I don't know about you guys, but 2024, there's still time. We're at 3rd quarter, about to be in 4th quarter at this point. There's still time to make a change. Like, I encourage you all to, whatever's discouraging you, whatever's holding you back from starting that business, just start. And I'm not saying just go ahead and invest $10,000, $1,000 on your business immediately. You have to start off with a plan. You have to. like I said, although social media can have its bad ways, but social media has taught a lot of people on how to start their business. And then the good thing about it is there are business owners that don't gatekeep. A lot of people may ask me how I learned this. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm currently working on my own business, so I don't have all of that organized because I'm trying to come up with more of an organized way to be able to tell everybody how to, you know, get started and stay motivated. So I suggest for you to go on TikTok and YouTube and put that question in there, and I guarantee you it will be up. And it's no disrespect, but it is a good thing because you're getting these classes for free. And that, don't stress if you don't have the funds. If you do have the funds, start investing today. Whether it be putting those funds into a savings account, or whether it be investing into your marketing, that is crucial, because marketing is one of the key and top things to be able to run a business. These days, people are marketing, they don't even have the product yet. People are marketing, they don't even have the website yet. So if I say to invest in anything first, is to get your marketing together. Or just start stack up your money and do your research. I would suggest those two steps when it comes to starting a new business or starting that chapter. If you're starting a new job career, do that research. And you can also be able to make money in the career that you love, but also showcase it to the world. So it's like, I still preach being in your content bag, because a lot of people may want to learn about your career. And especially for the YouTube girlies, this is why I started YouTube, because I know I'm about to be in a new chapter. So this is why I started it. So yeah, some of the YouTube girlies are looking up these type of ideas. Like, for example, if you work in a medical field, there are people out there that'll be searching up day in the life of a medical intern or medical assistant, like how to become a medical assistant. You're literally one video away of becoming viral. Someone to be able to put out that you could be that one person to put out valuable content, and that one video could have caused you to go viral. So I would say, sorry y'all, I felt my camera kind of I felt my camera was getting a little foggy. I had to wipe you guys off. But yes, it's like you could be one video away of going viral. And that's the crazy thing about it, is that people don't understand, especially those who want to be a content creator but just sit there and every day just be like, I want to be a content creator, but not like doing the things they need to do. It's just, we got to lock in. It's the last quarter, almost the last quarter of the year. Like, this is the time where everybody, you know, may not be thinking about 2025. Don't be that person to just be wait until December 2024 to kind of prepare for 2025. We're not doing that no more. Them days is over with. You guys have to start now. Like, you have to. Like, these days, people are planning 2 years ahead of what they want to do. So it's time for all of us to really like lock in and, you know, just get where we want to be at. Like, I agree, and I have high hopes that, you know, all of us can win. Everybody has an opt to grow. Like, respectfully, everybody has an opportunity to be able to excel. It's just finding those golden nuggets and doing our research and finding our niche to really help us take us off. Now, I'm just gonna give out one more tip. When I did decide to go ahead and come back from break, you know, my makeup skills were kind of just needed to be enhanced a bit. My makeup skills were not where I needed to be anymore. Oh, I done used the wrong brush, chat. So it was just like, I thought that I had it, but after taking months off, it was like, no, I need a refresher. Like, my makeup was just not hitting the same as before on other people. And then, like, you know, I felt like with makeup, especially not being so versatile, like I was just more so like one lane, like a one lane makeup artist. And a lot of people were telling me just promote only that lane and to let the clients come. But it was just like part of me trying to, you know, please other people with makeup and not doing makeup how I usually do it. And they wanted something softer, or they want no foundation. That was low-key throwing me off a bit. It was like really pissing me off. I was just like, I'm not going through all that. I'm not gonna take away from my skills. I didn't want to like take away from my talent and just to provide less steps to do somebody's makeup. I wasn't doing it. Like, I wanted to execute. And then it wasn't just one client. It was a lot of clients that I was getting. I was just like, I don't want, you know, I only want concealer only. I don't want no foundation, no powder. I got the picky clients too. And I was just like, you know what? I'd rather stick into the lane that I'm in now, to where I could be able to do what I love to do. Use the same skills, not cut down any skills. I could be more creative and just basically, you know, do what I love doing without having to stoop down to somebody's level to perfect them. So that's why I got into focusing on, you know, my media agency instead, because I knew the bigger picture when it came to my business was to be able to uplift women, whether it be through beauty enhancement or whether it be through motivation and business related. So that was always my niche and always my go-to. And I'm glad that regardless of taking a different direction with my business paths, that I could still be able to execute that mission. Now, me personally, I'm not saying that I'm just like not passionate about makeup no more. Otherwise, I want to be doing my own makeup. But it's just like, I would see myself coming back to makeup later on, but right now I'm at a point where I'm just like, nah, I don't think I don't want to say I don't need makeup right now, but I'm not in that right position right now, especially in college, to like do makeup, because there's too much other things that I want to do and focus on more, and I feel like trying to do makeup would distract me from doing it. But that's just my opinion. So more of everything is just to go ahead and reevaluate the lane that you're wanting to go to. Like, look at the career that you're interested in. Look into the business field you're interested in. And are you really passionate about it? You just ask yourself, are you really passionate about it? Or are you just doing it because it's popular and everybody's making money from it? So that's what you have to evaluate. Okay, you guys, so I did my lashes off camera, and now I'm about to just set my face. So yeah, we talked about ways of how to prepare yourself for a new chapter or starting something new. So now I want to talk about useful things that you could be able to either purchase, or you can also be able to utilize, such as apps to help you, you know, whether it be planning or help you basically in your journey on starting a new chapter. And of course, I have one with me, but I will link it on my go-to journal that I use down in my Amazon storefront. A lot of these you could actually be able to shop now. I would say invest in a journal, invest in a planner. Again, I do have my go-to planners and journals down in my Amazon storefront below. You can purchase, be able to organize your thoughts and write everything down. You guys, I know a lot of us use notes, but I would say that having a planner and being able to write all your thoughts out, it's like a therapeutic moment. Like, especially journaling. I'm 100% for journaling your thoughts. It's very therapeutic to me. So the same way with starting your career, it's best for you to have it on paper so you can go back and read, and you can just take everything out your mind and just put it on paper. I guarantee you will have so much more stuff to write on paper rather than just going through notes, because we can get easily distracted on our phone. So I'm glad I actually have my journal with me, but I 100% say having a journal. Also, If you don't have a Bible, from my Christian girlies out there, what are you doing? My Bible is in the other room. Let me go grab it for y'all. I'm gonna go grab you my Bible. That is also linked in my Amazon storefront. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So my Bible is here. Of course, it's pink. We all love pink. But yes, invest in the Bible and get you some highlighters, some pens too. Especially for my back to school girlies, y'all better have some highlighters and pens in your journal and your planner. If you haven't been back to school shopping for that, what is you doing? Are you ready for the new year? Don't make me get on you, but yes, have a Bible. When, like I said, when everything gets low, when you're gonna have your low time, especially being an entrepreneur, you're gonna have low periods where it's just like, man, what I can do. This is why I recommend having your Bible, and just, you know, just if you don't know how to read the Bible, of course there's TikTok and YouTube. I learned that way as well because I just started getting to my Bible in 2023. I started highlighting verses. I didn't know what to do because I did go to church when I was like 7, and I recently went a couple years ago, but I didn't fully understand it until I basically did my research and really paid attention to the pastor. So it wasn't just more so like a trend I was following. It was, I had a testimony, and I shared my testimony in my life update, and that's what caused me to kind of lock into my Bible. So your Bible, if you don't have the money to purchase one now, YouTube is free. TikTok, of course, you're already on TikTok. Just go find you a good little series that you can listen to. Podcast, you can listen to my podcast. No, but for real, find you a good little podcast to have some type of motivation to keep you going. Because I guarantee you, if you're not going through a lot with your journey, you're not going in the right path. You must not be doing something right, because we are all gonna go through it. So having that Bible, having like something to either listen to or read to kind of ease our minds a bit is definitely crucial. Also, for my content girlies out there, all my content equipment that is affordable, from I would say $20 to $25 to about $100 to $500 to $600 that you can invest in your content equipment kit now. You can now shop it on my Amazon storefront. So all the content gems that I use to put my content there, you can definitely purchase below. But some apps that you can be able to use, of course, your notes. I already talked about your notes. Canva is a really good one. Canva is not always just to use for graphic designing, but you can always plan out your thoughts, plan out your content scheduling through Canva. Using your calendar, using Google Calendar. If you have a Android Google Calendar, using the calendar app on our iPhones to really plan accordingly, setting our alarms. That's a crucial app to follow as well. Invest in books so you could be able to read on your downtime. Like I linked the book about, I think it's How to Better Your Habits, something like that. I can't think of the name, it's bothering me. But get you a little motivational book that you could read on your downtime to kind of set you in the mood, like, ooh, I'm ready to go, let's do this. But yes, you guys, it was so nice to be able to sit down and do a makeup video. I really haven't did, oh my gosh, you guys, I haven't did a makeup tutorial since high school like this. Like the fact that I am doing one now is it's not a makeup tutorial, but I sat down and did my makeup with you guys. It's a full circle moment for me. So that is it for today's video. I want to encourage all the girlies out there, congratulations to all you guys, even if you haven't started yet, for at least taking the initiative of starting something new, starting your new chapter. I wish you guys prosperity. I wish you guys, you know, all my prayers for your business to prosper. Whatever you're going through, whether it be, you know, starting a new career, starting school, I'm with you. I'm here for you any way that I can, you know. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram if you like this video. If you found this video helpful, please, it means a lot for me to, you know, being able to inspire others. Like, it just being able to inspire women is all that I ever wanted to do. the way that my mom inspired me is basically how I wanted to inspire women. So yeah, and it's just the fact that I have this in me still to be able to make videos like this, you know, especially during August. August makes you know, the year of my mother's passing, so it's just like that's another thing that, you know, is an emotional roller coaster that I have to deal with. But being able to still get up and find ways to encourage women to keep going, or just getting on a camera, I'm just thank God for able to pull me out of a storm that was just, it was a tough time. I'm trying not to get emotional about it, but alright you guys, so I did kind of fix my hair off camera. Alright you guys, so that is the end of today's video. If you tuned in, I thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm just grateful that I could be able to come on the camera, even though August is kind of a tough month for me, you know, with my mom and everything every year. Around this time, it's sometimes a little emotional, but I'm just glad I could be able to hop in front of the camera and still be able to inspire you guys, encourage you guys to keep going, keep doing what you guys have to do. And hopefully my tips and my tools can help you guys elevate to the next level. So again, if you liked everything you see, make sure you comment your favorite tip, what you can relate to. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm your new virtual homegirl, so make sure you follow me on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you also tune into my podcast as well. You can hear more about my story, and we'll go ahead and connect from there. So I hope you guys have a great day. Cheers to a new quarter, new month, new blessings for you guys. I wish everybody the best for the rest of this year. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.